y'all? Kate here from the Minecraft. Welcome back to another review. Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 has ended, and Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 4 recently begun. I've been playing the newest chapter, and honestly, it's quite fun, but obviously this review isn't about Chapter 5 Season 4, because it literally just begun. It would my whole rule on reviewing Fortnite chapters, or specifically like seasons and chapters, is mostly the fact that, well, I usually review them when they're over, because that means I can, like, talk about all the content that came out, and, okay. Anyways, so yeah. This season, Chapter 5 of Season 3 definitely has caused some controversy with the cars, and some of the weapons, and with the constant complaining of the sweats in the competitive players, but I'm not going to get into any of that, although I will lightly touch upon it later on in this video. I'm not going to be talking about the whole controversy, specifically the controversy formed with the sweats and competitive players bitching and moaning about everything, but, yeah, so, pros, cons, and mids. First up for the pros. We got a total of 6 car upgrades, with my personal favorites being the machine gun turret, the bulletproof tires, and the cow catcher. Those were my personal favorite, and the other ones are fun too, but honestly, again, the machine gun is just better than the grenade launcher because it can rapid fire. The bulletproof tires are better than the off-road tires because they can't be popped by bullets. And the cow catcher is a lot better than the spike bumper because it's a lot bigger and seems to do more damage. The next thing is that SUVs are now customizable. Now, if you don't know me, you would know, or actually, not, I swear, I know how to speak. But yeah, as I was saying, if you know me, you would know that I'm a big fan of customization, especially in video games. So when we finally were given the ability to customize SUVs, which I'm honestly surprised they didn't give us this ability in the first time when they introduced SUVs, yeah, I was really excited, and hey, maybe one day I could make that one vehicle mode of Soundwave with certain, like, customization features for the SUV or something. Who knows? The next thing is that Cerberus and Oscar were still on the map as NPCs, which that made me really happy, especially with Oscar, because when Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 begun, a decent amount of people, including me, thought that Oscar and the rest of society, besides Hope's sister, was dead, but thankfully, no. In fact, it's actually Oscar and Natasha, I think that's her name? I think that are actually still on the island, except for, like, besides Hope's sister, the other person who's part of the society isn't there, like, besides Peter Griffin. Montague? Yeah, Montague wasn't there, so maybe he's dead or something. I don't know. I didn't really care that much about him, but hey, hopefully he's somewhere. I don't know. But, yeah. And obviously, if you fight these two, you are awarded their shotguns. And for Oscar, that was the only way you could get the auto shotgun, which has seemed to have been removed from this newest season. So, yeah. Next thing is the Peabody skin. Honestly, I really do like Fortnite's food-themed skins. They're quite goofy, and I like that, especially with the superior food skin, known as Peely. The next one is the Ringmaster Scar skin. Now, I know there were a decent amount of people who probably didn't really like this skin, and considering there was concept art of this hyena skin, which, you know, personally, yeah, would I have rather had this than Ringmaster Scar? To be honest, yeah, but also, I actually don't really hate the Ringmaster Scar skin. And yeah, there is a complaint that she looks like, without the mask, she looks like JoJo Siwa, which, I mean, I guess I see it, but it's not that big of a deal. She doesn't completely look like her. But, yeah, I really do like, the Ringmaster Scar skin, especially since if you know me, you know that I happen to be a fan of Ringmaster characters, which, you could probably figure out why that's the case, but, you know, if you don't, I'm just going to let you figure it out. But, yeah, yeah, I really like Ringmaster Scar skin. Next one, the T60 Power Armor skin. It honestly makes sense that Fallout would do a crossover with a Fortnite season that has a apocalyptic feel to it. So, yeah, honestly, I really do like Fallout, especially since I am a big fan of the T60 power armor. It's just a iconic part of the Fallout series. So, yeah. Next one is the Ringmaster Scar Ruiner style, which again looks pretty nice. The next one is the Bright Raider skin, specifically the pastel style. Now, the reason I like this style of the skin is because the colors happen to be the same colors of the trans flag. So, you know, either this version of Bright Raider is trans or trans ally. Either or, both are pretty based. So yeah, I really like this pastel style. I do like pastel colors, especially when it's colors like this. I really do enjoy it. Next one is the Megalodon skin. He's big, he's buff, he's shirtless, he has a giant Megalodon-shaped ship. Like, what is there to not love about him? I mean, there is a whole thing of him wanting to be a tyrant, but besides that, you know, it's a pretty nice skin. Next is the Nitro Fusion style skin, and honestly, again, I quite like the look of this skin. Next up we have the medallions. Now, this time there are a total of 3 medallions, which when playing Season 4 of this chapter, I see that 3 medallions is going to be the total amount of medallions that are going to be appearing in chapters from now on, or seasons. First one is Ringmaster Scar's Medallion, which gives you infinite ammo. Now, I don't need to tell you that infinite ammo is pretty epic, especially in a first-person shooter, or any shooter game, to be clear. Next one is the Mechanist's Medallion, which slowly fills up your shield. It used to be, like, all the way, but eventually they nerfed it to only go to, like, 70, go up to 75, so... yeah, but still, it's quite nice. And then finally, Megalodon's Medallion. This one gives you Infinite Nitro Splash, which if you don't, or Infinite Nitro. Now, no, this isn't the Discord Nitro. This is actually a new item that was introduced in this season, which is Nitro Splash. A thing that lets you run fast, but also gives you unlimited, but also temporarily gives you unlimited stamina. Which is the whole reason why Megalodon's Medallion is pretty good, because instead of, like, it giving you a temporary amount of unlimited stamina, if you have Megalodon's Medallion equipped, you could have infinite stamina until, like, you're killed or something. But, yeah, so imagining having all 3 of the not medallions, but, yeah, having all 3 of the medallions at the same time, yeah, you're definitely going to be a bit powerful. Next one are the Speed Boost rings, which are just rings that equip the Nitro effect onto your character. Next one is the Nitro Fists, which are these big gauntlets that let you uppercut people and can technically let you fly around. Okay, when I say fly around, I don't mean like the same way the wings of Icarus were in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, the Nitro Fists were pretty fun, and they were still fun after the nerfs, but you could definitely tell that, yeah, they were nerfed, but hey, they're still fun, and a great way to travel. Like, ever since Fortnite Chapter 4 of Season 2, when they introduced the Kinetic Blade, I honestly feel like if Fortnite added, like, more, like, devices or weapons to do, like, more traversal stuff, I think that would be pretty neat, especially since there are some games out there that show being able to, like, move very fast while attacking enemies is pretty even up and epic. The next one is the Boom Bolt, which is a crossbow that launches explosives. Honestly, I do happen to like Fortnite's explosive weapons, so, yeah, of course, Boom Bolt is a favorite, especially since there is a boss version that Ringmaster Scar has. And actually, speaking of Ringmaster Scar, the Nitro Dome POI. Now, one of the things that's part of this season's aesthetic is Mad Max, which is the whole reason why all the car mods were added. But yeah, the Nitro Dome is this big dome that Ringmaster Scar resides at, and it's basically like a show where it's like, oh, there's like a bunch of cars that are driven by people who battle each other, and honestly, it's quite fun. and especially it actually does play a part in the boss fight against Ringmaster, which I will get to in a bit. Yeah, I really do like the POI. It's quite nice. Next are the boss exclusive cars. So after you defeat a boss and you get their weapon and medallion, you can go to like this caged area where there resides a car, with the most powerful one being Megalodon's car, which, you know, he's basically like the whole leader of this like post-apocalyptic like takeover or attempted takeover. So of course he's going to have the most powerful car, which personally isn't my favorite out of the or not personal. It's personally not my favorite out of the boss exclusive cars. As usual, I quite enjoy Ringmaster Scar's car, especially since the colors of her car are the gender fluid flag. And you know, as someone who happens to be gender fluid, yeah, of course I would really like this car because of the color scheme. Like, wow, this season not only had like a trans-colored bright raider or a trans-colored character, but it also had a gender fluid colored car. I'm starting to think that some of the people hating the season might be homophobic. Okay, but joking aside, yeah, the boss exclusive cars are pretty cool. They're definitely powerful, but obviously, just like the weapon mods for the cars, they were also nerfed. Thanks a lot, Sweats. But anyways, the Ringmaster Scar boss fight. Now, yeah, now in Chapter 5 of Season 2, the boss fights were changed a bit, where, like, example, Zeus, like, he had rounds. Like, there was round 1 where you'd fight him, then round 2 where you would fight some foot soldiers, and then round 3 where you would fight him again. Now this time for Ringmaster Scar, basically in the Nitro Dome, there are these blue rings that you can drive through that will decrease the time of this timer, because something you have to do, you actually have to wait a certain amount of time before Ringmaster Scar spawns in. So a way to speed up the time is by either driving through these blue rings or eliminating enemies. And then after that, you have the ability to fight Ringmaster Scar. And honestly, I like that. Honestly, I kind of like the direction you're going with in the for the bosses in Fortnite. Although, I will say I've played season 4 of this chapter, and it doesn't seem to be like that. They seem to be going back to the whole approach them, fight them, and then boom, you now have the medallion. Now, like, I'm not complaining about it, and I'll touch about it when I get to reviewing. See Chapter 5, Season 4. But anyways. The Megalodon boss fight. Honestly, it's nothing that special, and to be honest, I probably should have put this in mid, but it's alright, I guess. Then the next thing, this is a new game mode, which is Fortnite Festival Battle Stage. Now, originally, people were thinking that, like when this was leaked, people were thinking, oh, is this going to be Fortnite's take on Friday Night Funkin'? Thankfully, no. But basically, how Fortnite Festival Battle Stage works is that you and a bunch of other players play music, and like you can get to a certain amount of notes to do a attack, which can mess someone's streak. So that means in this game mode, you get to be a bastard and mess with someone's streak. Ooh, it makes me so excited. But yeah. Anyways, next thing is Thrash Mountain, which is a rocket racing track that came with the Fortnite and Metallica crossover, or not crossover, collab. Honestly, Thrash Mountain is quite nice, but the one downside it does have is, like, there's this one Metallica song, Give Me Fuel, Give Me Fire. I don't know the name of the song, but that's the only Metallica song that plays while you're racing on that track, so if you don't want to get sick of that particular song, then I don't recommend it, but, you know, if you don't care, then I highly recommend it. But still, it's quite weird that they only included one Metallica song in a Metallica-themed track for rocket racing. Really weird. But yeah, speaking of Metallica, the Metallica Loot Island. So, in Fortnite, there's this thing called the Loot Island, which will randomly spawn somewhere later into the game, and ever since its new design of the beginning of this chapter, it has not changed at all. Just like the loading screen for Fortnite, Epic Games has not changed the design of the Loot Island. Like, they had the opportunity to change it when Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 came out. They could have made it look all Greek looking, and like me and some people were thinking, oh, maybe the Loot Island's going to change. But no, it didn't. Then Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 came, and people thought, oh hey, maybe it might get like a post-apocalyptic design. Nope. Just like with the Fortnite loading screen, Epic Games just didn't change it. And they seem to refuse to change it, which is really annoying. But hey, maybe they might change it at the end of Chapter 5, who knows, I don't know. But yeah, when the whole Metallica collab was going on, they changed the look of the Loot Island to be a stage that has this underground area that has some sort of Metallica reference that I don't really get. Like, I like some of Metallica's music, but I'm not like a complete fan of Metallica, so the Easter egg definitely flew over my head. But hey, if you found it, you would definitely get a decent amount of XP. So yeah, it was pretty nice, because I seen the Loot Island change, but obviously when the collab ended, yeah, it went back, and yeah. Next is the tow hook gun, which is this gun harpoon thing that lets you attach yourself to cars and be able to shoot at it with a gun in the other hand. Honestly, quite fun the few times I used it. I didn't really use it that much, but hey, quite fun. Next is the Metallica concert. Now, it was a decent concert. The best part was the Puppet Master boss fight near the end. And also, when I say Puppet Master, I don't mean the one from FNAF. So, yeah, but anyways, concert, quite nice. Next thing is a new game mode, which is called Reload Mode. It's essentially Fortnite's take on this one game mode from Call of Duty, where basically, like, 40 players spawn on this, like, shrunken down map. And like if one person from the team dies, they respawn. But if the whole team is killed, then they don't respawn. So yeah, it's quite a decent game mode, especially since there were some challenges you could do to earn some rewards for playing Reload. And obviously, I did all those challenges, or at least all the challenges that could get you the rewards. The next thing was Magneto's power. Now, this was added to be something as a better way to destroy cars quicker. And honestly, Magneto's power, it was quite fun to use, especially if you jumped off of something, or if you use like a bounce pad. You got a decent amount of air, but if you combined this with the nitro, oh, you could get places. So yeah, it was quite fun to use. You could make a shield, or you could throw giant balls of metal at people in cars, which would do a lot of damage to cars. Then the next thing, which was the unvaulted flintlock, which was unvaulted for the Pirates of the Caribbean collab that Fortnite did. And sadly, I didn't get to finish the Pirates of the Caribbean mini pass, sadly. But yeah, honestly, the flintlock was pretty fun, especially since I discovered just how powerful the flintlock is. Which, here's something you could do. Like, with the flintlock in Fortnite, if you aimed down, fired, and jumped at the same time, you would get a jump boost. So yeah, you've heard of rocket jumping before, but have you ever heard of flintlock jumping? And this was especially good if you combined this with Magneto's power, or the Nitro Splash, or both. You could get to places. And another thing that was actually part of the Pirates of the Caribbean collaboration was the ship in the bottle, which is more specifically a ship in a jar, but basically, when you activated this, it would summon a giant ghost pirate ship that you would be able to ride on, and would destroy any person or structure in its way. Also, when I say destroy any player, I don't mean like it's an insta-kill, but it definitely does a decent amount of damage against players, and it destroys any structure that was in its way, and honestly, it was quite fun to use the few times I did use it. The next thing is they added a casual mode for Rocket Racing. Now, I don't get why Fortnite never added a casual mode when Rocket Racing was first introduced, so it made me really happy to finally get casual mode, especially since as someone who was constantly getting tired of doing ranked mode of Rocket Racing. It was nice seeing casual mode be brought to Rocket Racing. Now, all we need is power-ups, which will definitely make the game a lot more fun. The next thing is the Fall Guys collab, which if you didn't know, Fortnite or Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, owns the company that made Fall Guys, and they've slowly been adding some Fall Guys content. It was teased at the end of Fortnite OG Chapter 1, and yeah, honestly, cool. I was quite excited for the collab, especially like Epic Games even ported some of the maps from Fall Guys to be playable in like separate game modes, and like something that was like temporarily on the map until Chapter 5 of Season 3 ended was like this little Fall Guys obstacle course that like you could get to with with this golden Fall Guys statue, and there were also some like free rewards you could get from doing like some quests, and of course I did all of those and got all the free rewards. Honestly, it's quite fun, and I kind of want to play Fall Guys a little more. Maybe like that might be one of the games I'll play for like gameplay footage for any videos. Who knows? And then finally, the minigun was re-added, and it's nice to have every Russian fat man's favorite gun, the minigun. If you get that, if you, I swear I know how to speak, but if you get that joke, congratulations. But yeah, minigun's fun to use. It does a lot of damage to both vehicles and players, and yeah, pretty fun to see it back. And now we get to the cons, which I actually don't really have that many cons. I didn't really have that many problems with this season, unlike the mini sweats that constantly complained and bitched and moaned about the car mods and stuff. But yeah, the first thing are the Wastelanders quests. Basically, there were these like small outpost things where you could accept the quest. But the downside was, if you stood still, you would slowly take damage. Yeah. So, I and many other people didn't really do this. Then the second con I have is not having the collab skins for the Fall Guy collab. Now, if you didn't know, Fortnite and Fall Guys happens to have a few collabs that are quite similar. Like, for example, both Fortnite and Fall Guys have collabed with Doom. And I was thinking, oh hey, maybe they might have, like, the Doomslayer skin for the Fall Guy version or something. But no, they didn't. They don't have the Fall Guy versions of the crossover skins, which makes no sense. But hey, maybe one day we might get them, hopefully. But yeah, that's all my cons. Now we get to the mids. The first one being a new vehicle that was introduced in this season, which is the War Bus. It has a lot of turrets, multiple people can ride on it, and honestly, I didn't really use it that much, especially since the War Bus is clearly something you and, like, 3 other people would use, like a team. And, you know, I usually play Fortnite solo, so yeah, especially since my ass doesn't have anyone to play Fortnite with, which, you know, which, hey, if you want to play Fortnite with me, my gamer tag is, hold on, let me get my, wait, gamer tag, yeah, my, gamer tag is, wait, frick, hold on, yeah, my gamer tag is TopKate3M, that is on Xbox, so, you know, if you want to friend me and if you want to play Fortnite, sure, but I won't always be the reply because I'm not always in my room playing Fortnite, so, yeah. Anyways, next one is the Mechanist skin. Honestly, this might upset some people, but I don't really care that much for the Mechanist. Just like how I don't really care that much for the Rust skin. Is he cool? Yeah, but honestly, I didn't really care that much for the Mechanist or Rust. I'm sorry. But yeah, the next one is the Nuka-Cola, which was part of the Fallout collab, and it could heal you, and would also give you 75% shield, which honestly, quite even often epic. But that's all it really did. Next one, the Cobalt Bird style for the Mechanist skin. Again, don't really care that much for the Mechanist skin. The Corrosive style for Rust. Again, don't really care that much about Rust. And actually, I think Fortnite killed him off, judging by a shot in the trailer for Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 4. Next one, the Slap style for the Peabody skin. Now, I don't hate this skin, it's just there's a certain part that, if it was, like, cropped out, or if there was, like, there's a certain part of the skin that, if, like, certain people focus on, they would call offensive, and if you don't see it, well, here, let me show you. Yeah, if you show this to someone who doesn't know about Fortnite or the Peabody skin, someone might think that, this is something offensive. Now, I'm not saying it's offensive, but, there are certain people out there who would look at this and go, oh my gosh, this is offensive! Or something like that. But, yeah. That's just me saying that I'm not trying to start any controversy by trying to claim, oh, the person who designed this is racist. I'm not claiming anything. I'm just saying it just that part of the skin just kind of, it might make some people think, huh, is that racist? I don't know. Look, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Anyways, the hot rod style for the T60 power armor. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I didn't really care that much. I don't really care that much for the hot rod style. Like, it's nice, but I don't know. I don't know. Next one is the basic Bright Rare skin. Yeah, I like the pastel version more than the Bright Rare skin. Cry about it. Next one, the Mechanist boss fight. She spawns a turret. That's it. Then next thing, the cars were nerfed. Yeah, because of the constant bitching and moaning of the competitive players and the sweats, the cars got nerfed, but hey, they were still fun to use, I guess. Then there's the Tri-Beam Laser Rifle, another weapon from Fallout that was part of Fallout Collab, and honestly, I was quite disappointed in this because it just felt like every other laser rifle in Fortnite's history, so there's that. But yeah, next thing, the Ride the Lightning Guitar. Now, I didn't really use this that much, and this was part of the Metallica collab, but just because I didn't use it that much and it's on mid, doesn't mean the Ride the Lightning Guitar was bad, because the Ride the Lightning Guitar was essentially a guitar that would shoot you up in the air, let you teleport for a bit, and then would let you do a lightning strike attack on someone. Like, that's awesome! But yeah, I didn't really use it that much, especially since, just like with the dive bomb mechanic of the wings from Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2, I didn't really know how to use the lightning strike attack either, so yeah. Then finally, one of the POIs for the for the Pirates of the Caribbean collab was changed to Shipwreck Shallows, and it was alright. It was honestly kind of mid, but hey, I did like the structures around the ship. It did remind me of Chapter 1, Season 8, with the pirate POI. So, yeah. But, yeah, so, that was everything in Fortnite Chapter 5 of Season 3. It definitely caused some controversy in the Fortnite community, specifically with the sweats and the competitive players. But besides that, honestly, it was quite fun. I really did enjoy it. I really do like some of the skins. I liked some of the items. The cars were fun. But yeah. So I give this season a 7 out of 7. Cope and Steve, you competitive sweats. But yeah. So, anyways, that was it for this video. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more. And I'll see you all later. So, home guards, and goodbye.